Welcome back to another video with my girlfriend Bonnie.
Hello.
I'm Pat. And we're going to bring you another episode where we have ChatGPT give us some pretty wild facts and information, obviously in the music industry. Today, I asked ChatGPT, what are the top 10 most expensive guitars, like the sold guitars? So not like you go to the store and buy, but sold. So these are like old vintage guitars that have value attached to them through the person who played them, etc. They are not in order in the sense that there are some that are more expensive as we go down. But according to ChatGPT, these are 10 of the most expensive guitars that have been sold. Again, not in order, but we're going to go. I'm going to give her the first one.
Alrighty.
And we're just going to go through 1 through 10. And if I could find photos for these, I will put them on screen. If not, well, we're just going to find out how much they go for.
Okay, number 1. Fender Reach Out to Asia Stratocaster. This guitar was signed by numerous famous artists, including Eric Clapton and Jimmy Page, and sold for over $2.7 million in 2005 for tsunami relief efforts.
Wow, 2.7 million. And we're
For
talking
such a good cause.
I was going to say that definitely is what
Yeah.
probably increased the value of the bidding or auction. Or I'm assuming it was a bidding auction type of platform. Because 2005, to me, that feels like yesterday, but you know, that's almost 20 years ago.
Oh my
So
God.
that would have sold for even more today. But it is good that it went to a good cause. But 2.7 million, woof, for a guitar. That is a lot.
Signed by, yeah.
Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, yeah. All right, number 2, Blackie Stratocaster by Eric Clapton. Got Eric Clapton again. Eric Clapton's iconic Blackie Stratocaster sold for $959,500 in 2004. I'm assuming most of these are like bidding, auctioning type of things.
Yeah.
So
Close to $1 million.
just
yeah.
under $1 million. Says nothing about being signed or anything. I'm assuming it says it's his. It was probably a, he used it on tour. A used guitar that he actually played.
All right, so number 3, Bob Dylan's 1964 Fender Stratocaster. This guitar used by Bob Dylan during his electric tour in the mid-1960s, and it sold for $965,000 in 2013.
Again, right under $1 million.
Yeah, wow.
So Fender, first 3 were Fenders. And were they all Stratocasters? Stratocaster? Yeah, the first 3 were all Stratocasters. And number 4, Jimi Hendrix's 1968 Fender Stratocaster. A guitar played by Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. It was sold for $2 million in 2020. I'm assuming this is when he played in Woodstock. Jimi Hendrix, just in case, I'm not sure if you know about this, a lot of people might. He was a left-handed guitarist and they didn't have left-handed guitars back then. So he actually played a right-handed guitar upside down.
Wow.
And put the strings backwards.
Oh.
And that was like the only way to play. I'm thinking this is probably during that era. Because I don't know when the left-handed guitars, I know he was known for that. He basically, he flipped the guitar upside down,
That's
swapped the strings.
interesting, yeah.
That's how he
You
played.
gotta do
He
that.
was a lefty and they didn't really make left-handed guitars back then. So Fender Stratocasters, literally 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, they weren't in order because the first one was over 2 million, the fourth was over 2 million, but they're making a name for themselves. Where are the Gibsons? Where are the Les Pauls? Let's see what we got. Number 5.
Alrighty, number 5, Jerry Garcia's Wolf guitar. This famous Grateful Dead guitarist Wolf guitar sold for $1.9 million in 2017.
Wow. 1.9 million. Another like almost $2 million guitar. The crazy, like,
Boy.
I love guitars.
So nice to have money like this.
Right? Like, I love cars as well, another hobby of mine. And, like, this just reminds me of, like, car values. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh my God, not even.
well, no, some cars are going for 20 million, 30 million, but it's just, like, you have that disposable income that you can go and spend. Like, these are collector items at the end of the
It's, like,
day. You don't buy
stupid
these
money.
and put them on your wall and take them off and then play them and put them. No, like, they're hidden, they're locked up. Like, they're safe.
Yeah.
They're collectibles because 2 years from now, 10 years from now, like, it's going up in value. These are rare items. All right, so now we're on to number 6. I was asking, where's the Gibson Les Paul? Here it is. 1959 Gibson Les Paul Standard Sunburst. That's all it says. Let's see who's attached to. What makes this so special? A classic vintage guitar, a 1959 Les Paul Standard Sunburst, has been known to sell for over $1 million in various auctions. So it seems like it's just the fact of the 1959 Gibson Les Paul in a Sunburst finish. I'm assuming that year, that guitar must be extremely rare because you're referring to just multiples have sold. They've known to sell for over $1 million at auction. That's pretty crazy.
Where are we? 7?
Yep, number 7.
Number 7. 1954 Fender Stratocaster. Early production Stratocasters, especially those in excellent condition, can command high prices, potentially exceeding $1 million.
Wow. So that's a 1954, it said?
1954.
1954 Stratocaster. I don't know when the first Stratocaster came out. It might have been around that time frame. I'm assuming. I'm not enough of a guitar history buff to know that, but I'm assuming it's like literally one of the first. It says the earlier production Stratocasters. Yeah. So number 8, 1969 Martin D45 acoustic. Martins are known for their acoustics. Vintage acoustic guitars such as the Martin D45 have sold for over $1 million in auctions. So this is just another one of being a vintage style guitar that's just probably really hard to find in good condition. And the condition is definitely going to affect the value, with multiple being sold for over $1 million.
Crazy. I didn't know guitars go for this much. Alrighty, number 9, Gibson SG played by George Harrison. A Gibson SG played by George Harrison during the Beatles' Let It Be sessions sold for $570,000 in 2004.
All right, that was our first Gibson SG. Not our first Gibson, but first SG. And our last one, Stevie Ray Vaughan's Lenny Stratocaster. Stevie Ray Vaughan's Lenny Stratocaster sold for $623,500 in 2004. I feel like we had another one that sold in 2004.
Right before.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, I was like 2004. Another one here, the Blackie. There must have been a huge guitar auction in 2004 because there was 3 guitars from this list that were from 2004.
Big money ones.
Yep. Near the millions, 500,000, 600,000. So, yeah, again, this was just ChatGPT telling us 10 of the most expensive guitars that sold. There could have been more that sold after this, more or less, I don't know. If you know of one that sold for even more, let me know. I'm curious because I thought Kurt Cobain's guitar sold for enough money that it would have been on this list. Maybe I'm wrong. I need to look into that. I could have sworn it would have been more than the lowest one on here, which was, I think, 500,000 and change. Maybe this list happened after. ChatGPT, I think, says its last knowledge update was January 2022. So I have a feeling maybe the Kurt Cobain could have sold after that. But you guys drop a comment if there's a guitar that sold after January 2022 that should have been on this list. If you're interested in more guitar content, music content, be sure to subscribe. Let us know if you want to see more content videos like this. And I'll see you guys. We'll maybe see you guys in the next video. Thanks a lot.
Bye.